So yesterday I had to, play while my mom's had a day off from work. Again, that makes stream days a lot more difficult because my mom's will do all types of shit on the phone. And I don't want her dropping my personal information or her personal information, out for a whole internet adherence shit. But the problem with my mom's is that she doesn't realize how loud she speaks, but that is a problem generally with moms nowadays. I don't know what happened, but their speaking voices have just risen as time has progressed. They got a buff. They need to get a nerf. Library. Okay, I guess I'll...
What would you like? Thank you. What would you like?
Okay. Woman in the dark.
Here.
Prove my justice to society. Act like an honest student. Whatever.
Hey.
Okay.
Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Yeah.
Is this Royal exclusive? I always ask that whenever I see a part that I just don't remember.
But
Okay. Well, this is a positive message and shit like that. So yesterday I had to end the service on the television cable. Because of that, my younger bro can't watch the NBA no more. He's got to go to a friend's house if he wants to do that shit. But yeah, that kind of annoys me because it has me thinking, with regards to television service, that's probably the only reason people still watch these sports and shit like that. They could use like Sling TV or these other services, but they're paying like $70 a month a lot of the time on these services that cost a lot of money. Even the streaming services for sports games cost up the ass compared to normal streaming services. Is in like the 70s range. Now I don't really watch basketball, but I'm thinking, if that's something you're into, then it's really something that's only worth spending money on for 2 months out of the entire year. But whatever. You know, that was a service my mom was thinking of cutting off ages ago. I think maybe back in 2017, 2018, because the underlying truth is that we don't really watch TV in this home. I'll watch stuff on Netflix and stuff like that, but I use my PlayStation 4 for all of that. All the streaming services that I use. And I don't have a smart television, by the way. The television I have is from 2012.
Hey.
I guess I'll chill with Mishima.
Sorry.
Huh?
What is he, like, a drug addict? That's why he owes them money or some shit? Yeah, I'm not leaving. Just strength in numbers. That's a good point with the cloud thing. You know, that's also a good point, because, you know, there's a lot of World Star hip hop situations where a guy takes his phone out and records a fight and shit. And you could go, well, why don't you just smash up that phone and shit? Well, it'll be up in cloud, chances are.
What the hell?
Well, of course, man, if you're extorting guys for the money they owe you like that, chances are you've been arrested before. Everybody gets pinched and shit.
All right. Sorry. Oh. Well, see you later.
Yeah, well, Mishima handled himself pretty well in that situation, all things considered. I mean, he does have a good understanding of how laws work and how to conduct operations based on how he works at Phantom Thieves website and how he handled the situation when he got money from some donors and he was gonna take it out to like a big buffet Hold on. Yeah, an ant was crawling up on me. It makes sense that he'd be the class rep for our class, considering how knowledgeable he is on these things, and he does seem educated. He's just not an anime protagonist. He's not overpowered. He wants to be in the volleyball team, but it doesn't seem like he's all that athletic. So I guess he could only stay in if Kamoshida was whooping his ass and basically having a punching bag.
Haru, she's the one who should be in pain right now. Yet she's still trying to cheer us up.
Well, that's what happens when you're in a situation where a lot of responsibility is on you.
Well then.
Mentally, you just don't want to be selfish.
Oh!
Let me just take a look at this stuff again. Okay. Empress, we still haven't started. Emperor, we haven't finished. Justice, Hermit, Hangman, Tawa, Star, Moon, and Counselor. Okay, so we're thinning it out.
I should write something.
Yeah, but
Oh!
I guess my younger bro, he likes visiting his friends so he could watch those NBA games, you know, over there.
Okay.
I don't think that's what I was supposed to do, but even then, I probably just got a bad roll. What the fuck was that? That shit messed with my head. But you know what it is? There's a lot of things that we spend way too much money on. Little expenses here and there. Sports is one of those things because, you know, we never have the television on, but my younger boy will switch it on for Game 7 or Game 6 of a playoffs game, especially if it has a team that he's really rooting for and shit. I'm surprised that LeBron lost the first round to the Suns and shit like that, but and now it seems like Kevin Durant was in a very similar situation where he was dealing with his other star players getting injured and shit, and him having to do all the work, really be that MVP for 7 games, 5 games, 6 games straight per round. That's gonna knock anyone's ass out of anything. But yeah, it's been a tough NBA season because they're trying to cram all these games together and have it so that they can start off the next season at the end of October, which is the usual thing. Last 2 seasons, this one included, have been really weird, all things considered. So this is a crane game. Capsule roll in Akihabara. Retro game shop. Taku game shop. But yeah, that's something that I've recently learned, the existence of smart televisions, because I've talked about smart refrigerators since I've seen them in my uncle's house. But smart televisions, that's something I didn't really know about until 2 years ago. Because, I've been holding on to this television for 9 years by now. My old television, I think it was a Panasonic. Yeah, I was watching some WWE match. I think it was Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler. And the television just didn't work anymore. So we had to get a new TV, and that's the one I've been holding since. It's been with me in the heights, it's here with me in the hills, like. Okay, let me just save right now. It's been ages since I played like the last gacha. Like, I don't really play gachas in general. Yeah, I'll just keep rolling. Now that I think about it, like, it's gonna be the conference finals real soon, so between, I guess, the conference finals and the finals, there's not really that much games left. Let me just pay attention to what's being written here. Okay.
I should write something.
Hopefully I get it again real soon.
Oh.
Because I don't want to spend too much now.
Oh.
I'll do about 5 and then I'll re-roll.
Oh.
10 and I'll re-roll, I guess. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but I should probably tell my younger bro if he hasn't asked his moms by now, because I did notice that he had the TV set to the cable thing. Like he wanted to watch a game, but I guess he didn't get the memo because I had to make the phone call for my mom's to get the service ended. Now it was a long time coming too. But it just has me weirded out because I'm surprised that like such an expensive service is necessary to watch this thing that's really popular right now, which is sports. Like even normal news pundits, they're moving on to like streaming services so that they can have that convenience without having to worry about sponsors getting pulled for like radical political views and stuff. So you got options like stuff like Fox News is in application form, streaming form now. I'm sure CNN has or will follow. Same with the British whatever thing. BBC and shit like that.
Yo.
Okay, let's chill. Okay, so Kansai, so that means that she's in the same region as our city right now, Tokyo. Okay, so I guess she's doing like foot fetish stuff. Why wouldn't you know her parents' names? Okay. But you know, that's kind of interesting. They're not in Tokyo anymore, but they're still in the Kansai region. Would they still show up in the metaverse? I mean, Mementos and shit like that? Because so far, Mementos is a subway line in Tokyo. It's everybody's palace, but is it everybody in Tokyo or everybody in Kansai, everybody in Japan, everybody on the planet?
Thanks. Oh, that's right.
All right.
Ah, you're back.
Okay, so it's as I said in the last stream. You know, the fact that her dad died after we finished taking his treasure and shit, and
Haru. Still, despite how she looks, Haru has quite the backbone. I'm sure she'll be okay.
and knowing that Principal Kobayakawa, who also died, had a calling card. She could think that we really were just catching bodies and we ended up using her to kill her own pops and shit like that, and that's a really macabre thought. Wow, Yongen looks really good at night. Yongen Jaya. Yeah, I've been reading my manga collection now because I gotta get that shit cleaned out now that I have an air conditioner on the same chair as I have those books. So I've been reading One Piece again, just giving myself kind of a reread of everything I missed. Everything that might not be fresh in my head from the Skypiea arc. And rereading it a second time, I did get a higher level of comprehension, because last time I read it I was really sleepy and shit, and sick. I feel better now, so I was able to read better, understand what was happening more, and really, I love old school One Piece now. Like, I really liked getting into the One Piece manga all those years back, and I'm still not deep into like new One Piece manga and shit like that, but it's just so much better than this Wano stuff. Now, Wano has some exciting, you know, content in it, but this just feels like one of the best manga in terms of atmosphere, vibe, paneling. Just feeling like somebody's dream shonen come to life. Okay, let's go to Shibuya. And that's really most of what I gotta say about One Piece. I think it's amazing. Early on, the art style, the character designs, the newer designs and the newer characters, they just don't have that same vibe. And that's not necessarily a bad thing all the time. Like, obviously I prefer the old stuff, but yeah, the series has gotten a lot more fantasy based. And it's kind of what happened with Final Fantasy VII with the compilation and the remake.
Now.
But yeah, that just lets me know, if you want to have a cool, fantastical universe, you got to start with a realistic thing first to keep people engaged. That's what Oda clearly did. That's what Nomura did. That's evidently what Kishimoto did with Naruto. That's the opposite of what Akira Toriyama did, but early Dragon Ball was actually struggling before the tournament arc.
What'll you do?
Okay, so we're going to Akihabara. I haven't hung out with these ladies in a while, so I guess this is gonna be fun. You know, it's Royal exclusive content, so it's me getting my money's worth, seeing weird sights and shit. And a lot of that Royal exclusive content really takes advantage of just the setting of Tokyo.
Welcome home! Caroline.
Yeah.
My goodness.
With the wild card ability. Maybe she does. Their design is unremarkable enough to be an early Persona character.
Oh, sorry about that. Are you joking? Damn it.
Yeah, I'm being filled with a lot of From Shaman right now. Can I get a trophy right now? Okay, those are some good joints. You know, I realized I could probably have fought Shadow Okumura using one of those cards I got. 17th.
Quiet down. Well.
I like this music. Now to think about it, sports might be the only thing that's keeping conventional television alive right now, so let me not be too critical of the fact that trying to find a way to watch these games without it is a little on the pricey side still. Okay, is this it? I know I'm gonna get a trophy for this, so... Is that like royal exclusive content?
Okay.
Slave labor. I hate how that breaks up the loop. Although maybe it's not such a bad thing if you like the part of the track before the loop starts. Plus you can always like break auto.
Yeah, seems like it's for real this time. Apparently one of our students is a Phantom Thief.
Is that
Seriously?
Sasuke?
I read the same thing online. Apparently public security is already on the move.
Gates open.
Demo.
Welcome.
Huh? Excuse me? You have my thanks.
Well... Quite.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
I suppose plants do need watering after all. Oh, I know. You should go help Haru. I'll let the others know.
Okay, so this is the start of Empress Arcana.
Oh, have you come up here to assist me? You, heard that, didn't you? I'm not worried about the garden, in case you were wondering. It's just... so much has happened to me lately.
No doubt.
Well, perhaps I could share this with you. I mean, it would be nice to have someone who is aware of my current situation in life. The source of my worries is my father's company. Dealing with the aftermath has been difficult. Given how unexpected the accident was, my father didn't have a will. All of his stocks transferred to me, which means suddenly I'm the biggest shareholder in a company of over 1,000 employees. But I don't know the first thing about business direction or fund management.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
It is. I may be the president's daughter, but I never expected I would end up involved with company matters. Because of that, lately I've been meeting with all the various officers and lawyers my father employed. They've been giving me advice on all the things I'm not entirely sure about. Assets, stocks. It's clear some people only want to get on my good side, though. I don't know who I can trust. They try to sound comforting by saying things like, "Don't worry," or "Leave it to me." But it feels like they're really only being nice so they can get their hands on my bank account. I never realized I could be this distrustful of other people. I'm sorry for ranting on about this matter. I feel as though doing so has helped me calm down a bit, though. The only people I've consulted up to this point have been employees. But I think what I really needed was someone closer to my own age, closer to my own viewpoint. If it isn't too much trouble, could we speak about this again some other time? In return, I'll... What can I do to help you? I don't have any unique talents. How about this? You know, gardening. I'm actually quite skilled at it. A few years ago, I even managed to grow a tropical fruit on the balcony at my house. To be honest, this is what I do when I'm alone, to take my mind off of everything that's happened. Oh, that's right. I stored some vegetables in the refrigerator down in the home economics room. You still have some time, yes? Would you mind waiting here a moment? I grew these right here in these very planters and harvested them myself not too long ago. There's not much consistency to their colors or shapes, but... You like vegetables? That's good to know. But to tell the truth, I have a favor to ask of you. I'd like to get Sakura-san's opinion on my vegetables. Do you think I could bring my next harvest over to your cafe? Thank you. I'm sure Sakura-san will give me his honest opinion. I'll make sure this next harvest is particularly good. Well then, shall we head over to the hideout?
Yeah, I kind of like the bond that my friends have with Sojiro.
Congrats on surviving midterms.
I think I'm screwed for real this time. I couldn't concentrate at all.
I'm surprised we haven't started the Emperor's Social Link with that scene. It almost feels as if that was Royal exclusive, but again, I don't remember.
Again? It's so damn loud!
So he's out in Yongen?
What's this you want to talk about?
You said that something was on your mind before, but were you able to figure out what it was?
The medjed that I banned wasn't the real one.
Huh? Aren't you the real one, though?
Oh, the guy who called himself medjed after me isn't the one from the other day.
What do you mean?
The code written by that guy the other day is different from any of the past medjed.
And that means...
A code is like your fingerprints. No matter how you try to disguise it, your own quirks appear in it. The one from the other day was all cut and pasted with no consistency. No skill at all.
But aren't there multiple people across the world that are part of medjed? Couldn't it have been done by someone that joined recently?
How do I put it? That code was so not done by anyone interested in cracking. At all.
That reminded... yeah, I remember this from the vanilla version, so this wasn't Royal exclusive.
At the very least, there's no way it was an official medjed member.
So someone used the medjed name to provoke the Phantom Thieves? For what purpose?
Could they have been doing it for fun? It was around the time our group started getting popular, so maybe they wanted in on the hype.
Wait a moment. What if it's the other way around? Perhaps they used the medjed name to make the Phantom Thieves known.
What? That makes no sense!
I actually thought the same as Makoto.
Yeah, this is vanilla lines.
Know how I just said that code is like fingerprints? I found those same fingerprints somewhere completely different.
Where's that?
The Phantom Aficionado website. There were traces of it being illegally tampered with from the outside.
For real?
Before summer vacation, the access counter was made to be much higher than the actual number. Same with the rankings. Particularly the time when President Okumura ranked first.
So then, the one who provoked the group and the one who tampered with the site are the same person?
I think I'm starting to see the big picture.
Yeah, I got
Both
set
medjed's
up.
provocation and the tampering of the website brought attention to us as a result. On top of that, our
Entrapment.
Okumura was influenced by the public and the rankings. The perfect timing and the perfect target. If both of those had been set up...
It would all make sense.
So the culprit was planning to put the blame on us from the start? No way.
This is all hypothetical. We lack any hard evidence.
But it is compelling.
If all your deductions happen to be correct, that would mean we've been playing right into their hand for the past 2 months or so.
We gotta be overthinking things. I mean, we're talking both the rankings and medjed. Everyone made a big deal about it. If this was all set up, then What kind of guy did we make an enemy of?
There's no point in getting anxious over speculation. Regardless, we'll be falsely charged at this rate, and with murder. We must overcome this.
But we don't even know who we're up against.
You see, I really like Yusuke's dialogue when he's not being tropey as hell. He really just has the mind of a dissident, which makes him a lot more on point than some of the other characters. It's almost like he takes this shit more seriously than anyone else.
Hey, you think we're falling into another trap? Even at this very moment?
Indeed, we don't. It'll be more dangerous jumping to conclusions and assuming we figured it out. Even if this is the actions of a meticulous enemy, we'll just have to get back at them. We need to find clues, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, if we're on the offensive, that's going to change the game.
Me? I was told you recommended this reassignment yourself, sir. Why would you choose someone as inexperienced as myself?
When the case of the Shujin principal was ruled a suicide, you thought to reopen it, and you proved its connection to the Phantom Thieves. This is based primarily on that achievement.
I'm honored, sir.
The Phantom Thieves issue is now a national crisis. Expectations are exceedingly high for us public prosecutors, as we are the executors of justice. Personnel and planning will be up to you on this case. You will also have the police under your command. I'd like you to oversee this operation.
Oh, she's gassed up right now.
You accept the task.
Her coochie is wet.
Phantom Thieves.
I will give it everything I have.
We'll have to prepare a higher position for you as well in the event that you succeed. I don't wish to apply.
Yeah, that's Kirk Thornton right there.
But I assume your odds of success are high. Naturally, failure to accomplish this task is unacceptable. Do you understand?
Of course. I will live up to your expectations no matter what it takes.
That is all then. I expect good results from you.
I'm home.
Hi, sis. Should I warm up dinner for you?
No, it's okay.
How about a bath?
No need. I just came home to get a change of clothes.
Are you going to stay at work then?
I've been entrusted with a very important task.
You look awful, though. Aren't you tired?
As an adult, there will be times when you will accept an assignment for which failure is not tolerated. It's
Oh,
all
she
over for me
gassed
if I can't
gas.
do this.
Still, if you were to collapse from exhaustion...
This is my one chance to get a promotion. I heard detectives have been coming to your school. That must make it hard to focus on your studies. Don't worry, though. It will all be over soon.
What do you mean?
I'm going to catch the Phantom Thieves myself.
Is that the important task you mentioned?
It's none of your concern.
She really thinks she's some main character.
Sis has her sights set on the Phantom Thieves, and on Shujin Academy in particular. This is bad. I need to let everyone know.
Well, that's not uncommon in Japanese courts. But then again, these aren't courts. These are, you know, investigators. No, this is actually a really interesting text thread.
Everything's going to be fine. Unless they know about the metaverse, there's no way they'll get any info on us.
Why are you so shook? You a cat. They're not gonna arrest a cat. That's just not something that's gonna happen.
Hey!
Make sure your clothes up.
Man. Of course, if Morgana ends up in the streets because I'm locked up, then that's another situation altogether. Because I doubt Sojiro would take him in if something happens to Futaba and something happens to Joker-kun.
They were there today too, right? Yeah. What do those damn cops think they are? They can't just stare us all down like that. Maybe the rumors are true. Maybe there's a phantom thief at our school.
Okay, quiet down.
Oh yeah, I think the bodega dude from across the street owes me money, so when I'm done streaming, I might pay a visit to him.
Then next up is Takamaki-san, and you two will go together.
Huh? Why together?
Why? They'll probably have one of you wait outside. That's how they've been doing it so far.
Oh yeah, right.
Those are the instructions the detectives gave us.
An is gonna fuck up when she gets pinched, cause this lady does not know how to act, man.
Just don't say more than is necessary, and try and get it over with quick.
Take a seat.
We're sorry to take your time. This will be over quick. Let's see. Ah yes, you're the one currently under probation. It says here you had a dispute with Mr. Kamoshida? You're more hot-blooded than you look. You spend time with quite an interesting group. Yusuke Kitagawa and Haru Okumura? The more friends, the better, right? I'm sorry to have taken your time. You're free to go now. Oh, I almost forgot. There's just one more thing I have to ask you. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are associated with this school? Don't worry. We're here to keep all of you safe, okay?
Thank you for your time.
Your responses will serve as great reference material. Takamaki-san is next. Could you ask her to come in?
I got so nervous, I almost stuttered a few times. I thought I was used to police questioning by now, too.
Seems we were all asked the same questions.
That's how they get you. They do that on purpose, then wait for someone to slip up.
I hope you didn't.
Was probably fine. Oh, I would have been done for if they saw how sweaty my hands were, though.
To think my name would come up as well.
Sounds like we can't take the police lightly either.
Hey, didn't you think that detective guy was scary? Not to me. You looked like someone who's dealt with dangerous criminals.
I'm sorry for all of this. It's because of my sister.
That's not true, Mako-chan.
It's not as though I hadn't predicted this would happen. But now that it's become reality, I'm unsure of what to do.
We need to make sure we don't draw suspicion, and work to clear our names. Right?
Right.
It ain't your fault, Makoto.
I'm gonna try to see how far along this investigation really is.
I'm worried about the police too, but as of now, anyone in this city could be a mole.
They were so popular too.
Haru, can I ask you to search your father's belongings for clues about a possible culprit? I know it may be tough on you.
No, it's okay. Now isn't the time for me to look away.
As for everyone else, you need to be cautious of how you spend your time at school. So, I've decided to have you 3 second years join me on the school festival executive committee.
Why?
It will allow us to gather without drawing suspicion. Plus, trying to blend in will only do the opposite.
Fine.
I agree. The more time I have to kill, the more time I'll spend worrying about all this stuff. No matter what happens. I don't want to regret my decisions.
Don't jinx it!
It would be no surprise if they came directly to our homes for questioning. They showed up at your school after all. I should remain cautious.
For now, the best option is to stay on the defensive. But we won't make progress at this rate. Let's try and figure out who the real culprit is somehow, okay? Of course.
Yeah, I guess this is like the narrative low point. After that, the never-ending high point. The high point was kind of shitty too, so I don't know. This game has different kinds of low points. It has the low points where everybody treats you like you're the most dangerous guy on the planet.
Make sure your clothes up.
It has the low points where your group is infighting and shit.
Nice.
And now you're at a low point where you're all thinking, "Alright, we about to get arrested or killed. We all going to jail."
Oh.
I remember when it was just one of us who was at risk of going to jail, the main character. Now everybody's in that same risk.
Yes. I have another
Going to jail
suggestion.
and getting killed.
Call for the arrest of the Phantom Thieves, then mobilize the police. The rest will go as you mentioned. Still, I'm truly amazed at the atrocious methods you come up with.
Copycat crime. That is an interesting suggestion.
This is it.
don't have time to be doing crap like this.
You don't need to keep mentioning it. We're doing this to keep suspicions off of us, remember?
Goro Akechi. This one too, Akechi.
They're mostly the same over here as well.
Everyone's so eloquent when they can be anonymous. It's like they never accepted us to begin with.
It would be nice if you did some work too, Ryuji-kun. He came to help us count these, right? Come on, leader. Can you tell him too? Aren't you taking this a little too lightly?
Whoa, look here. This ain't good.
Criminal profiling? The acts of thievery committed by the Phantom Thieves are mere fakes. And their true goal is murder? Every heart they changed before Okumura was just a warm-up?
So now they're accusing us of being a bunch of killers.
God, this is so effing stupid! Damn it!
We have the results. First place is Goro Akechi.
What? Akechi?
What are you so surprised for? We've been mentioning him this whole time.
Seriously? Not some singer or an idol?
It's because of us that his popularity has skyrocketed.
We're the ones counting the results. Can't we just make him up? We don't have to get him.
People will figure that out. He won by a landslide.
I knew people would vote for him, but this is way more votes than I was expecting.
It would be best for us to avoid inviting such a clear danger upon ourselves. I'd like a little more time to think about who to ask.
That reminds me. How is Futaba-chan doing? She seemed like she was looking into something on her own. Has she told you anything?
We're not gonna get arrested because the police tracked her down, right? That's the last thing we need now.
Even one clue would work wonders for us. We should let her continue with her own investigation. I hope she finds something.
Hey.
In response to the police identifying the Phantom Thieves as primary suspects, Goro Akechi had this to say.
Even though my opinion has been met with criticism, I've held fast that the Phantom Thieves are not just. However, I believe the recent series of suspicious deaths is unrelated to their actions.
What? Did I hear you correctly? But Akechi-san, you were the first to caution everyone about the Phantom Thieves. Were you not?
This doesn't change the fact that they are indeed a dangerous group. That said, I would like to express that immediately linking them to this case is far too hasty. There are still many questions to be answered here. It feels as though there is more to this.
After this conference, Akechi-san announced he will be limiting his media appearances and...
I wonder why the sudden change. What are you staring at your phone like that for? Oh, are you going through a breakup? You trying to show off? Don't get cocky. By the way, you haven't been causing any trouble, have you? I heard the police showed up at your school. As long as you're not getting involved.
I hate how this ant keeps like crawling on me.
Fine.
Like, what is it about me that's so tasty for this ant? That's the thing though, they're not cockroaches, they actually have somewhat decent taste in food, so... What's it all up on my grill for? It's really frustrating. Okay, so the guy is clearly trying to get me to wrap this social link up. Okay.
Hey. It's just...
Well, I guess he's found his own niche. He's probably not going to be smacking the shit out of people or taking hearts or doing any psychological manipulation. But at the very least, he knows how to use a phone. He knows what to do with money. And he knows how to run an organization. So all of those things are gonna go a long way in giving him power. We're equalizing might.
See you later.
Yeah, I really think Mishima's progression makes a lot of sense, given the fact that
Makoto,
he's not gonna whoop people's asses left and right.
Well,
He's not a Joker, but yeah. If you see something fucked up, he's gonna get numbers on his side. He's gonna find some way to get you in trouble. And find some way to de-escalate it the smart way.
Sis actually stopped mentioning anything about work in front of me. It's possible I made some sort of mistake. Regardless, I thought over the matter of who we're going to invite for our school festival. I'm considering asking Akechi-kun.
For real? Weren't you talking about how you didn't want to draw danger to us or whatever?
I understand this is dangerous, but without a powerful source of intel, we won't be able to win against the police network. And I can no longer rely on my sister for information.
Wait, is this because of Akechi-kun's police connections? You're going to use him as your powerful source of intel?
Bold move. I'm surprised to hear that suggestion coming from you, Makoto. Did you see his press conference yesterday? One of his comments defending the Phantom Thieves stood out to me. There is more to this. I think he said that knowing for certain that the Phantom Thieves would be watching.
Still, there will be so many other students at the school festival. What are the odds of success?
It's a gamble, and the odds are less than favorable. But we can no longer afford to hesitate. What are your thoughts? Should we invite Akechi-kun? In that case, I'll do it. Is everyone else okay with that?
I'm good. Whatever he says has got to be more reliable than what I've been able to come up with.
It would be reassuring to gain him as an ally, rather than simply a source of information.
Hold on. How are we even gonna get in touch with him? It's not like we got his contact info. For real?
Could you send that my way, please? I'll contact him right away.
Gotta say, I'm really not big on this Akechi deal.
I mean, we've been hanging out so many times now because of the Royal version that it should be kind of a surprise that we've gotten this close. I mean, I'm ranked 6 with him.
Now's no time to be petty.
Just think of him as a source of intel, nothing more. I have a response already. He says, let me think about it.
Wait a sec. Didn't he say he wasn't gonna do any more stuff for the media?
That's likely why he's so hesitant.
What are we gonna do if he turns us down?
I'll keep trying. Maybe
You'll
frustrating,
contact
but
Rise
he's all we have at the
Kujikawa.
moment. We need him to do it no matter what. We're counting on you, Makoto.
You know, Persona has so many references to JoJo. I wouldn't be surprised if Persona 6 is the last entry in the series. And then it does like a full-on reboot. Speaking of which, I'm almost done with JoJo Part 5. So, as much as I've been critical of JoJo for its ass-pull fights, it's also had some really great fights, and Part 5 has been on point. I might like Part 4 a little more at times, but they did their thing with Part 5.
What are you gonna do today? Now.
It's got a lot of tragic deaths, even for like JoJo standards.
What'll you do?
Araki loves killing off characters if there's no use for them. It's weird.
Caroline. What?
It's interesting that I can have all these interesting hangouts with them, but ultimately, the way I strengthen my bond with them is through fusion. So it's kind of like a return to Persona free form, which I don't really mind because I love hanging out with Elizabeth in Persona 3, even if she isn't an Arcana or Social Link. Yeah, but I gotta watch you watching me shit and piss. Especially I gotta watch fucking Igor look at me as I'm shitting. He'd be looking right at me. I'd be looking right at him. While he's sitting behind his office chair. That's not fun. Wonder if this is gonna be our last hangout.
Good morning. Well... Yes.
I really feel like I should be hanging out with my son, Maruki. Is that like the sanitation truck?
How about you? This is it. Right.
Nice going!
I mean, I really don't want to say I like JoJo Part 4 more because so far every part of JoJo has been better than last, but it just may be the case that because of the believability of the fights, JoJo Part 4 might be one of my favorites. Plus, Part 5, that art style kind of took a while to get used to.
Hey!
But Part 5 started off with some really good fights too. Well, there you go, another trophy. Done dusted. It's just that some of those fights I end up thinking like, damn, how the fuck did they survive that shit? I'd say the differences between fighting styles, because there's a lot of times in JoJo Part 5 where the guys are fighting an enemy who, it's two stand users at once, and they both got radically different stands, and the stands kind of interact with each other in interesting ways. And then later on you find out that the guy with the minor ability that didn't seem as dangerous is actually the more dangerous one.
You're back awfully late. How has business been for you lately?
Take a look around. Is the Nijima lady doing well?
Unfortunately, we haven't seen each other lately. We had a difference of opinion.
What are your thoughts, Representative Shido? It doesn't surprise me that people say our country is lethargic. We've let these Phantom Thieves run amok. And because they've targeted only prominent figures, our government leaders have been hesitant to act. I apologize for any concern they may have caused, and will henceforth search for an apt countermeasure.
That politician's really honorable. I like how quick he says he's gonna do everything.
This is an important undertaking, and one
He looks like Kenshin 1913.
every asset available to me. The selfish
That guy sitting in the
criminals
shop.
enacting this social reform are in fact the ones most deserving of reformation. Answering to the interests of the people as hastily as possible is my natural duty as a politician.
Man, this guy is admirable.
Rampant political scandals.
Yo, finish that Dragon Quest XI LP, man.
This is the state of our nation. We must resolve this problem. And I assure the people of this noble country that I will do just that.
Although I have to say that Kenshin 1913 kind of had it bad because he was doing the Dragon Quest XI LP, and then the better version of Dragon Quest XI came out mid-hiatus, and that kind of had to make him restart from the beginning. I've yet to play the definitive version of Dragon Quest XI.
What are you standing there staring off into space for? You're creeping me out.
It's part of the celebrating LGBT games thing on PS4, but I'm surprised it's there. Like, the only thing that might make people put in that category is Sylvando's there, but I'm not sure if that's appropriate. So really, cause Sylvando's there, might as well put Persona 5 Royal there because Yusuke's there. Okay,
I'm not worried, moron. You're obstructing business.
That politician is honest and carries an overwhelming amount of charisma. It feels like a trustworthy leader for Japan has finally come forth. Don't you think, boss?
Sorry, wasn't listening.
Criminals, Well, that must be how he sees it. However, that is ignorant of their true nature. It isn't about liking or disliking them. It's more about how he suggests the Phantom Thieves be crushed when they've yet to be arrested. If this Okumura incident was not the Phantom Thieves, if they only change the hearts of criminals, then even though they can't be considered innocent, perhaps my goals are not so different from theirs. I knew there was something special about you. Ever since the first time we met, I feel as though I could tell you anything during our conversations. Oh, that reminds me. I've been invited to a panel at Shujin Academy, and... wait. I'm sure you know that already. Considering it's such a good opportunity, I've decided to accept the offer. Thank you for the coffee. It was delicious.
Glad you liked it.
I'm happy I could see you. I'll be going now.
again, they keep bringing up Maruki because we gotta finish up his social link real quick. I mean, I'm almost done with Maruki's thing. Detox, DX. Okay, well that's kind of broken. But would that mean that by the time we get to the third semester and shit like that, status ailments will be a thing of the past in terms of, you know, dangers that we have to worry about during battle? I guess the first time it wouldn't really mean shit, but later on, you know, as the fight progresses and you get hit with it the third or fourth time, then it becomes a real problem. Probably. Let's see, gotta go to Shibuya. Oh shit, hold on, let me talk to Sakura.
Yo. Oh.
Yeah, the sooner I can finish all these arcanas and shit, the better. Okay. I haven't done fusion in a while. I kind of miss doing it. So let's see. I gotta pull up to a bookstore.
What can I get you?
Okay, let's see. I'm sure are a lot of books in this game. I know vanilla, you got a trophy for getting all the books. That's one of them trophies DK didn't get yet.
What are you gonna do now? What'll you do?
It's interesting. With the way they talk about helping my rehabilitation, it's almost like they're trying to be a social link right now. But we're not really
Onward, inmate.
you know, building a bond necessarily, we're just chilling.
What?
Yeah, this should probably be like a social link. I know the Strength Arcana is just strictly fusion based, but we're already doing social link shit with them. And you did it with Justice too, so... Probably because they don't want to have you feel screwed over if you miss a day or some shit. As Yusuke would put it.
Excuse me?
No.
They're gonna scrap. That's a good compromise answer. Some people believe that these art things are really just embezzlement.
Let's go home.
Yeah, all these
The festival seems to be a success.
days where I'm not hanging out with nobody, it's getting to me.
A lot more people than last year.
Well, yeah. This place got famous and all. Phantom Thieves, Kamoshida, Principal Kobayakawa. On top of that, we got Akechi as a guest.
There may be police officers in plain clothes too. Actually,
They'll look like John Cena.
we are here. We better be careful about what we discuss.
Acting like normal students is going to be important.
What do you normally do at a school festival?
Get takoyaki.
Look around at the exhibits and...
Remember in Watamode when that
No set rules
lady,
for this kind of thing. Walk around and hang out.
she
Like when we went to the beach.
got some takoyaki and ended up puking in the staircase. Tomoko-chan, yeah. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I can relate to that OD.
I know that.
There's a possibility that both your names have come up during the course of the investigation.
A number of the teachers had been questioned before, and even we were interviewed the other day too.
Don't let your guard down too much.
It's true that the initial members have been at this for a long time, making it easier to get tracked.
All right.
Now, let's leave it at that. We just need to be mindful about what we're saying, correct?
Oh,
You seem to be having quite a lot of fun, Haru. You did mention that you were looking forward to this.
I want to go around with everyone and eat at the refreshment stands.
This'll be a great change of pace from all the nasty stuff lately.
Shall we head off to the stands then?
Yeah, I don't seem to remember this from Vanilla.
First time at our school festival.
They're pretty good, from what I've heard.
I know a great one. Follow me. This is the place.
Made takoyaki?
I know a spot.
New customers! I'll show you all to your seats.
So, it's your classes stand.
It's still a refreshment stand, isn't it?
It's like a deserted island here.
Well, I guess it's good for talking since there aren't any people here.
We heard a lot of rumors even on our way here.
And it was all bullshit.
Here she comes. Act normal.
Who cares? There's nothing normal about this anymore.
Welcome home. May I take your order?
Take my order? What happened to the maid atmosphere?
There are a lot of odd flavors.
Stick to a normal one. I bet they...
I'm so sorry. We sold our last normal one to the previous customer.
They don't got any stock.
Well then, I'll have the mentai cheese takoyaki.
I'm sorry. We're out of cod roe.
Then how about the squid?
We're currently out catching squid. It'll probably take another 5 or 6 hours.
The event will be over by then.
Sound remotely possible. Ain't this whole menu just a sham?
Actually, we spent most of our budget on making the maid costumes look nice. We didn't put too much effort into the octopus.
Do you have drinks at
Oh, I can
least?
see that.
Ryuji, you're making a scene. Then, what would you recommend with what you have now?
That would be the Russian takoyaki.
We'll have that, please.
This will take a little time.
Let's forget about the octopus and get back on topic.
On that note, hearing Kamoshida being almost treated like a victim makes me want to eat my stress away.
I've even heard conjecture that the principal was targeted for reasons like he knew too much.
I kept hearing about Goro Akechi's popularity.
All thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
You know, did that Akechi guy agree to show up here because he believes we didn't kill anybody?
Or he may simply love large gatherings.
Oh, true. He didn't seem like he minded being pampered by the media at all.
We plan on stealing intel, but we might fall into another trap. I'm gonna be bummed if that happens. You are so carefree. Does it mean that you have nerves of steel in any situation? Still, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know what Akechi-kun is planning.
Thank you for the wait. Ooh, it's fresh made.
Lies. I heard a microwave go off.
Well, it's not like I was expecting crispy takoyaki at a school festival or anything. So, what makes this a Russian takoyaki?
Could there be jam in it as a secret ingredient? That sounds quite delicious.
Well, one of these is special.
One of them's obviously red. That's gotta be the one.
Dude, don't tell me the Russian part means...
It's like going for the obvious one is manly.
Is that so?
Well, I'd prefer the most beautifully shaped one. But all of them are misshapen.
Like Russian roulette?
Are you all going to eat? I think I'll go for the special one.
Wait, is she honestly going for it?
Do you want to go for the red one?
Ooh, impressive as always.
Oh, everyone's all here.
The panel isn't until tomorrow, though.
I came to check out the venue. I can't make any mistakes since a lot of people will be present.
Someone's eager.
But people ended up recognizing me. Everyone bombarded me with questions. That's because you were sloppy. I grew tired of the baseless rumors they kept bringing up, so I escaped to where there weren't any people. I'm going to have one of these.
The special one!
Let's just call this my performance fee.
But...
It's fine. It's quite the...
Eating it in one bite is a bad idea.
My throat. This is... oh, my stomach. It burns.
Are you okay? Do you need water?
I'm fine. I just love, spicy stuff.
Hey, does he sound broken to you?
Well then, I'll see you, tomorrow.
Wow, he's really trying to hold it together. He's waddling around like some comedian.
It's like he wants to get picked up for some commercial or something.
But did he truly come to simply check the venue? This isn't good. I keep suspecting every little thing.
I know what you mean. I'm doing the same too. I need to do my best tomorrow. We need to somehow get him to be our source of intel. I'm gonna pull this off no matter what.
That Akechi guy, when he got here, didn't he say that everyone's all here? Everyone?
You're just imagining things. So, I guess we got through all of it okay?
Yes, but the associated mental fatigue was extraordinary. Being cautious takes a lot out of you.
Seriously, I think I'm as tired now as I am after midterms.
Is this Royal exclusive
I didn't mind
though?
any of that. I just love seeing that detective gulp down the special takoyaki.
I had fun as well, since I got to spend time with you all.
What would you like to do now, Haru? Walk around a little more?
Again, it's a good moment of downtime with Haru, because she doesn't get a lot of it, unfortunately.
I appreciate the gesture, but I'm satisfied with stopping here. Why don't we go home and rest up? We'll have to deal with Akechi-kun again tomorrow, after all.
I have to agree. What will his next move be?
Oh? Let's head back.
Yes. Quite. Indeed. Hold on. How about it? Well then. Well, I see. Indeed. Thank you. Oh, yes. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so it all seems to be coming together.
Well then.
Okay, so I started playing, I think, in the 15th of October. So it's been 10 days, this session.
Make sure you close up.
Okay.
Man. Oh.
All right.
Okay, so it's just a hangout spot.
We will now begin today's panel. Our guest of honor is Akechi.
I feel kind of bad considering how many people have gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
Bog bang.
How much do you think he knows?
He talks about the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see. Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it. We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
Evidently.
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but, well, something like that.
Thank you for answering that question. By the way, it seems you've denied a correlation between the Phantom Thieves and the murders. Why the sudden change? Until now, haven't you upheld your stance that the Phantom Thieves are dangerous? How are you so positive that they haven't committed murder?
Are you a little too comfortable interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Excuse me. This is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it.
Again, it reminds me of that Menace to Society scene. Now you see now. You done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?
But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence?
But without that video, they couldn't charge me with anything.
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer.
Yeah, she looks
She's
bad.
pelting him with questions.
Every person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
Is Haru and Futaba's appearance royal exclusive though?
I couldn't deduce a reason. That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
Your comment just now. Does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet. But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down.
He's lying, right?
But if it's the truth...
You're not going to ask me who they are?
It may have repercussions on the investigation. Are you sure you can share that with us?
It's only my personal opinion, so announcing that here wouldn't pose a problem. However, there is a possibility that everyone present will hear the truth before the police or media.
The truth? What's he planning on saying?
That's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well. I'd like to ask you then, who do you think the Phantom Thieves are, Akechi-san?
That idiot!
No. There's no way he could have any evidence.
They're people you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are... it's mine. I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break.
We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay?
He said the word troll. Whoa, he's funny.
Is there a room I may use?
These are the Bog Bang Theory studio audience guys.
You to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss. Your
The
friends from
iCarly
yesterday,
audience.
can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Not Fresh Prince, because Fresh Prince is actually funny.
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
But of course I'll say that I used to have a fan page for them. That show.
That's gotta be shocked. I have video footage too. Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too. Yes. It's not just all of you. I am aware of that world too. I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago. This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge. Dude, it's the nav. When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
All of you are acting as Phantom Thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you. So, you admit it then. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case. But to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
For real?
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him. I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
This cat. I swear, it just talked.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
Really? This is unbelievable. But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders. However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake, which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
A deal?
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you, along with that video I mentioned.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment. If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
We haven't killed anyone, though! And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught. And it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
I see. I thought I was making a lot of concessions myself. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply. I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer. It was...
You see, the way the dialogue is flowing this way, it's almost as if we're gonna get the forced social link rank up and shit.
It's definitely worth coming today. For various reasons. We should be getting back. About that. I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel, correct? My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Hey, they're going.
I'm sorry about the sudden break. An urgent task came in. So,
I like that transition effect, OD. I mean, I know why they did it, but obviously, it just reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Final Fantasy X.
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation, but I feel another great stride will occur again soon. I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi.
Was that really our best course of action?
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but
Oh shit, I just saw something.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
He's got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this. We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier this spring. Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again. Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown. He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Why did Futaba have something like this?
Oh, that happens this
We
early?
can assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
The post
Okay, so that means that Futaba was watching on stage and Haru and Vanilla as well.
Post-festival party? I thought this thing was over. Nobody invited you to it, so let's just go home.
Huh? Senpai, aren't you going
Well, this
to
is
the
definitely
festival
Royal
party?
exclusive.
Since we've run into each other on our own, why not go together? People say these kinds of events should be enjoyed with others, so let's go have some fun. It seems like it's already begun. Let's get in there, Senpai!
Oh, I remember when I saw DK go through this part. This kind of reminds me of Camp Rock, except not as cringy. Like one of those dudes looks like Joe Jonas and shit.
Just standing around while everyone dances is embarrassing. Senpai, let's do it!
Okay, let's see if you can move. That's not dancing.
Very impressive, Senpai.
Now that you're all warmed up, let's switch up the music!
I don't know what the hell he was doing, but...
Yoshizawa-san, right? The first year? We've got a little favor to ask you.
Got it. I'm in. Senpai, I'll be back soon. They've asked me to help them with something.
Oh, she does the error fleeing. That's kind of funny. Okay. Is it gonna go into anime? It does. Damn. I remember this from the promotion, like in April of 2019. Yeah, I stayed up all night watching that concert twice. All night twice, actually. For Royal and for Scramble. The ambient dialogue is like funny.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm sure there's more money to be had in gymnastics, but she'd definitely make a killing off of dancing and shit.
That was so exhausting, but what a blast! I feel like I danced my heart out back there. Thank you.
Wow, that dance was amazing.
I know, right? I was totally blown away.
It's my dad. He's telling me to come home before it gets too late. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get going. Thank you. I'll be alright though. The post-festival party was so much fun, especially with you. See you soon!
I guess I'll go with my girl. It makes the most sense.
Alright, that was a great performance by the dance club. Everybody give them another round of applause.
I guess this is good Royal exclusive content.
My apologies for being so distracted.
I can't stop thinking about Akechi-kun. Are we really no match for him?
It's just weird to think about that the next time I play this game, I'm probably just gonna wife up Hifumi, and that's gonna be it. I can't think of anyone else to wife up besides Futaba, and I don't really want to wife up Futaba, man. Let's see, Makoto.
Thank you.
That's a good song that person's playing, man. Is that the neighbor upstairs or from across the street? I gotta speak over it though, cause it's DMCA bait. So bassy though, man. You feel the music more than you hear it, honestly.
This event is never very popular. The older teachers seem to enjoy it for some reason, though.
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone?
She's looking at me all weird.
Oh, he's choosing from the crowd? The MC this year is actually
She's looking at me like she hasn't eaten anything in weeks, and I'm some food.
Do I have to go? That's not really the proper use for that phrase.
Everybody's waiting for you, Miss President. Here she is, everyone's favorite student council president, Makoto Nijima-san.
Hello.
So, with the Kamoshida scandal, Principal Kabayakawa's passing, and even that Hawaii trip, I'd be surprised if you've had any time to study for your entrance exams. Now then, on with the show. What would you like to share with us today, Miss President?
Share.
Miss President?
I don't really have anything to say. Sorry.
Here, I'll give you a question.
What?
Oh? Man, he's going in for the kill.
We're all dying to know what Akechi-kun was going to say about their true identities. Some people theorize that they go to our very school. So, are they from Shujin? What do you think, Miss President?
What do I think?
Now this is drama! A boy caught in the throes of bittersweet youth! A stunning confession of love!
Might as well since I wifed her up.
I think it was him. So, Miss President, what's your relation to this guy?
Relation?
Oh, I think I see a little bit of a brush. This guy's gonna get an ass whooping.
Just when it was getting interesting. MC, do your job.
I made a fool of myself. The post-festival party has never felt that long before. By the way, I'm surprised you were able to say what you did back there.
Might as well get it romantic.
I was at a complete loss for words. You really helped me. Thank you. This may be a little rude to say, but you were surprisingly reliable in a pinch. My sister always says if I get married, my husband should be someone dependable like that. Oh, forget what I just said.
I will say a lot of dudes nowadays really aren't that dependable, man, because, you know, they see their girl going through some shit, or their kid going through some shit. They just stand there and take it the way they take their own, like, BS they go through.
Despite everything that happened with Akechi-kun, my final post-festival party has turned out to be quite the unforgettable one. Oh, right. Here. If you'd accept this... I hope you enjoy it.
She made me some donuts, man.
Let's go home.
I had a chalupa today. That was my only meal. I think it's a chalupa. I'm not entirely sure what a chalupa is, but I think it's what I had. It was kind of like an empanada, but Mexican. Or pastelito, but Mexican.
Welcome home. You took off somewhere during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quickly.
Utaba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go.
The mass media has been causing...
So far, it's been a really interesting day. And you know, kind of made up for the Borefest that was like the rest of mid-October.
Quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves. The sorry state of the police. Destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So,
I like that ornamental
how's
plate.
the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated. Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
But sir...
I had high expectations for you. But it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young.
Yeah, that corporate brainwashing is gonna hit her brain OD.
Selected personnel for this.
Please.
Because she takes her job way too seriously.
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want.
Is this a stress ball?
Isn't it?
Let me not mess with my younger bro
Leadership of
stuff.
This country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what. Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I? Yes. Everything is proceeding as planned.
He's got that scumbag face on right now. I love this scene, even in vanilla.
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's a good comeback, too.
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it? I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
Can't tell me?
Explain. Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
I'm talking to Futaba here, you know. I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Hold up, got a comment here.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. Still.
Wanna become famous? Just send me pictures of your feet. That type of shit.
When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere, and even the doctors had thrown in the towel. At first,
That fake crying is funny.
Other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But It happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say?
I was gonna say you're sharp, but that'd be condescending.
You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true! I asked them! That's why he saved me! He stole my heart!
Asked? Stole? Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? He doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves. He's actually one of them? You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud!
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months. And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom.
Wait.
I gotta say, the voice actor for Sojiro really finesses the shit out of the character. I mean, I know the Japanese VA as well, but just the English one adds like another layer to this character, and I really like it. Like this right here.
Hell.
That just seems like such a snarky delivery. It's kind of nuanced and shit.
She was killed.
He's like so snarky, even when he's serious.
Nonsense.
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else?
And you know, he can be serious also when he needs to, like without the condescension, just having this like strong, almost Japanese adult samurai delivery. But again, very great voice actor. I need to look up who he is, because I know he does the voice for Kagatsuchi in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, but he's just a wave.
Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal! Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
It's a lot to take in, of course.
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away, hide, and end up here as some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done.
I forgot, when did she die, like 2 or 3 years ago?
She got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
I'm just gonna keep quiet.
I mean, why would you be at fault, Sojiro? It's obviously the one who killed Mom.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out.
I mean, I maxed out your social link. You owe me, motherfucker, because that social link was hard as shit in vanilla.
I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
I don't want to say either of these.
Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right? We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's gotten me hungry.
Whew. If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should tell
They would
the
have
others about what
terminated
just
it, actually.
Oh, I'm tired.
I will say this starts the game, even though I really want to be doing some social links or dungeon crawling. I do like the SMS messages, so they're very interesting. Especially since we shouldn't be saying any of this shit on text. We look fucking stupid right now.
We're gonna...
Sorry. Hey, wait!
Yeah, it'd be weird if she spent the night with me, like, that wouldn't be a good look.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shida.
Oh, that ant is still crawling on me, man. That ant has a bigger foot fetish than I do.
We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives.
That's very tingly.
To reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Get off of me, my G.
Those who
Damn.
provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
That's 300 grand, so if you get two of us, then you can probably get yourself a like whack-ass home.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen? That may have been true, but still. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't.
Now that I think about it, his goatee is pretty big.
Right? I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Yeah, you're gonna be going gray real quick. That'll match with his color palette.
Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1.
It reminds me of my days as a senior in high school when there was a kid with autism who, I guess he had wealthy parents, but he went missing. So there was a big reward money thing up for people to find him, and even kids I knew were trying to look for him, but he ended up turning up dead. It was sad. I mean, he really came across as like a Steve Urkel dude, but he ended up dead, and it was kind of tragic. But after that much time, if you don't know how to talk, if you don't know how to respond to your body's hunger cravings, don't know how to use transportation, well, that happens. But you know, it's really unfortunate because so many people in the city just turn up missing and shit.
What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How
Hopefully now we'll start thinking like dissidents.
Bad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura.
Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now? Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the fat around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
And mental shutdowns.
Jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end.
I mean, it's not really Ryuji's fault. If anything, it's Morgana's fault, since he was the one who was calling us cowards for not participating in the Okumura case fully gung-ho.
And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
There's also that she would have been turned out by her fiance.
Because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiance. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly.
Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? How did we lose? What did we do wrong?
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
That's the thing though, the theme is the general public is a bunch of assholes. Society's a bunch of assholes. So yeah. We started off really as dissidents going up against society and, you know, all the labels they gave us, but now that we got a little bit of popularity, we decided, nah, let's give society what they want. Let's give them the show that they want and shit like that, and that's what happens.
Really is it.
We got screwed over.
So caught up in making a name for ourselves.
Clout chasing.
Such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults.
And again, people are gonna get it mixed up. It's not necessarily adults, it's general society. Even the high school kids were treating us like complete dog shit.
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong, but our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous Phantom Thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause.
I'm so irritated with myself.
Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too, but still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Yeah, running. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this. Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry. You too? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a Phantom Thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it.
What's with this guy and his coprophilia? Stop talking about shit, you fucking weirdo.
You're right. I can start by changing who I am now.
Well, we had a whole social link together, man.
Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, that's Okumura. Okay, so...
Hey!
So night skies...
Make sure you close up.
Wow!
Neither did I. But yeah.
Oh!
I mean, I've wanted to see Ikebukuro for a long time now. You know, because I am a big fan of Durarara. I know the internet, because of the Tumblrization of everything, is obsessed with ensemble stories, but Durarara is one of my favorite ensemble stories, period.
All right.
I think maybe I should give Baccano a chance, since that's from the same writer. Speaking of which, I also have the Bleach light novel that he helped pen.
Under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures
what was his like last name? Nazuki. Because there's a Nazu verse, but with Durarara and Bacchanal, there's the Nayuta verse. So I think it's Nayuta. Ryo something Nayuta.
We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. We have the power to change this. Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean... I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it?
She looks shook.
Do you agree to my plan?
Look at her eyes.
Particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
Makoto's straight up having a bad time.
Be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart.
I do notice that a lot of times when someone cosplays as Tifa, they end up looking more like Makoto, or if when they cosplay as Makoto, they end up looking more like Tifa. So there's like a weird parallel between their appearances.
To others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say?
I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us? I can't really explain it, but I guess it's how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart? Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan.
I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this?
Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
The guitar in this track is very interesting, the tone for it, the vibrato.
Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird?
It's like you're hitting the high frets of a guitar where the intonation might be a little weird. Plus the guitar is really clean sounding.
Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
Palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation? No.
That just seems like an interesting thing.
Does exist and is setting up your group. I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation? Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus. seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that? I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk.
That song R. Kelly wrote for Michael Jackson.
The scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Okay, she's coming through.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
What's this favor you need? It's late already.
We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
Well, like her history with men.
We're Phantom Thieves!
We about to be booty thieves
Also,
next.
I may be
Booty
overthinking,
hunters.
but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first! There's something else we want you to look into.
Okay, so these parts get glossed over in the in medias res thing, I believe. Because we're kind of still in flashback mode. Yeah, I assume that's what's being represented. We're glossing over that shit. That's why the screen is so glossy.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
On the 20th...
And that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be
They're
quite
breaking
a bit of
into
red
your
tape
rib.
involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky!
I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact info with everyone, too. Not just me.
That's true.
Ooh. I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then,
I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if we were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Conditions have not been met. Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena? Conditions have not been met.
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling then.
How about a racetrack for horses?
Oh, that's why.
Play cards during the school trip.
What else is there?
It must be a casino.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Probably not the best thing to say, but yeah, I found out why the ants are bothering me and shit. It's because this dude left a whole bunch of food on the table and on the floor. So, one thing I gotta advise people of is you should never eat in the same place you sleep at.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Like, my younger bro really be having his food in the living room where he sleeps, and that's why all these insects are coming through and shit. It makes sense. Like, sometimes I don't notice because I'm only looking at what I'm supposed to be looking at.
Right past
But yeah, the ants are swarming because, you know, he had all this like Spanish food and Habibi food,
What's going on here?
Mexican food,
We are
Puerto Rican
looking at
food,
the courthouse, aren't we? Seems like it.
Starbucks and shit.
Let's
Greens.
Right.
There was some other shit too. I don't know if that was really worthwhile for an anime cutscene. I mean, yeah, that last shot was pretty impressive, but we've been in places with high skills before too.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
I mean, we never really looked at By the way, courthouse is not a casino, man. In Japan, there's a 99 to 100% conviction rate. So, I don't get why she's looking at it like that. Maybe the casino is whether she gets credit or not, or is the star of the verdict or whatever. But yeah, with Okumura's palace, which took place in space, we didn't go into anime mode. It's one thing for Futaba's palace, but even Kanashiro's palace, which took place in the sky of Shibuya, we didn't go into anime mode. So, what's good with this shit?
Isn't that...
The police station, yes.
I guess they want to confirm that, you know, we're almost there to the present time.
Our tire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form. The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a codename, too.
Codename? Phantom Thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one.
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse. Now then.
For this one, I kind of like switching people out. So...
Okay.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
What the fuck's he doing in my crib?
Doing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking.
That's a good roast.
That aside, the people in here
Pointy
look
ass
completely
nose.
normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted. Considering what I see before me, it
It's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
I mean, this is the third time this kind of thing's happened where the Ryuji's like, oh, the person's not gonna get it, but then they end up getting it. It made sense with Makoto because she's a bookworm, and of course she'd understand a little bit about psychology. With Futaba, her mom's practically wrote the book on cognitive science, and Akechi, well, he's into criminology and shit, so naturally he'd already have some knowledge in psychology as well.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we
and
should be careful.
Kamoshida's, but y'all gotta keep in mind, I guess that script hasn't changed too much from the royal version,
particularly
from vanilla.
Positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time? I'm glad to see you remember.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
She basically told you to shut the fuck up.
I feel somewhat nervous.
But yeah, I guess doing all of this is a lot more complicated than just catching the body, which you could probably do in your first visit. I mean, if we just straight up bodied the shadow, didn't even let it transform, that'd be a 20-minute escapade. When they show up and start talking shit to us, bloop bloop, they're dead, that's it.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I've noticed like they have like a promotional thing on a magazine or website for the Dragon Ball Super movie where they kind of have all the previous movie spreads. And they're saying something about a new history for the 2022 one.
She can see us?
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
So people think it's an alternative history manga or movie, but the way I see it, they're just saying that history is about to get made again. They made history with the 2018 movie. They made history with Battle of Gods, with Fukatsu no F. They're about to make history again in 2022 with another classic Dragon Ball movie. That's how I interpret it.
We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
Small on your back is really nice.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
I'm not really as in love with Sai as a lot of people are. I mean, I like her hair color at least. It reminds me of the clothes I'm wearing right now, but no, she's just a long lady. And now she's out here looking like somebody's aunt.
The treasure is located on the manager's floor at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling us this?
It's
She looks like what some weird church lady's idea of bad girl is.
As I said before, I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
She definitely was into Hot Topic when she was like 16, which was what, 8 years ago?
Damn it, over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her.
You see, at this point, someone who does mental shutdowns, they would have caught that body right then and there. Because they always pull up to you and start talking mad shit.
Let's get after her, Joker.
But you just bloop them, and that's it. You don't gotta do all this shit about finding their treasure. Fuck they treasure. I don't need the money. If I'm an assassin, I'm getting breaded up with stuff that's probably more money.
Treasure chest. Why don't...
See it. Joker. Joker.
Okay, so we gotta get on the elevator.
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of sorts. I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight. Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club.
That reminds me of Shenmue 3, which trying to get that membership to the casino thing in Shenmue 3 was kind of annoying.
Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
Shenmue 3 was rough, man.
Let's join this player thingy.
I don't hate it as much as other people do, but damn.
Shadow. As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes! No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you after all. I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those.
Yeah, I remember this guy from the first palace.
Well then, let us begin.
Why did he remove his mask?
This one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood. My skills exceed yours.
Okay, let's see.
Now, Robin.
Persona! My mistake.
Go down.
That looks cool though.
Not bad, Mona. Beat him up.
I think he stole your thunder, but whatever. Okay, let's see. Agi-chan. So yeah, this is level 3.
You're right.
Oh, he's invited a group chat. Now the group chat is mad stuffy and shit. Let's see, is that... I don't see my face on that, but I guess I don't need to.
Searching all along, confessing while alone.
Yeah, they gave him like a brown backdrop. It's kind of weird. It's a very cola-ish color, I guess, if I can describe it as anything.
Okay. So people are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
I don't really think so.
Hey!
Make sure you close up.
I will say it's not the Ikebukuro that I wanted to see from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, but still, we got Ikebukuro, so...
Wow!
I was in Chinatown not too long ago, although I don't remember for what. It was like months ago though.
All right.
Might as well knock out.
Hey! Okay.
Okay, we got... Really now? It's November the 20th yet. They act like the due date is in 21 days. So we really got until November the 10th. But I guess when the investigation goes off, it might as well be the 20th. Okay. So we haven't seen that yet, or this, or those two. Well, Oge Kupo. Okay, so we're almost seeing all the landmarks of Tokyo, so yeah, I'm feeling good. Let's do it. I know there's like a money reading thing, but I don't really care for money. I'm kind of rich anyway.
Haru, what a coincidence. I was just thinking of you. Oh,
I remember this one. This is the one I always think about when I think about these duo attacks.
Battles from this point forward are only going to get tougher, right? So, I've been reflecting on our approaches to combat in the hopes of finding some new tactics. In the end, I came up with something, but I realized I'll need your help with it.
Me? Sure. If I can be of any help, I'd love to work with you on this.
I appreciate it. So, what I'm thinking is...
Mako-chan?
Now that I think about it, this is probably going to sound rather absurd.
It's gonna sound cringe.
If it's your idea, Mako-chan, I'm sure it'll be great.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, ready to hear it?
How do they even get to a wrestling ring?
Huh?
So, any thoughts?
What a great idea! I'd be honored to help.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope it works out.
Mm-hmm. Just leave it to me. But wow, Mako-chan, you come up with
Makoto's
some
legs
pretty
are
bold
thicker
moves
than I
sometimes.
expected.
I really look up to you for that.
Do you? I'm not sure how that makes me feel, but thank you.
The star will grant us our wish if it's based on such a great plan. I'm positive.
So this is gonna be our last duo attack.
So, this is the location you've been using as a hideout. Can we just get started?
Forced investigation will take place on November 20th. That's our deadline this time.
Is there any possibility?
Oh no, we're in the 30th, so yeah, it is 21 days.
How could you be so sure?
I was thinking we were at
as soon as they possibly could?
the 20th, not the 30th of
They
October.
are still a bureaucracy. Certain steps must be taken in order to continue forward. Unless their situation becomes extremely dire, they won't act with only circumstantial evidence.
I'm impressed, Detective Man. You sure know a lot about internal affairs.
Yes, he is quite promising.
Well, this is a purely give-and-take relationship. You taught me the inner workings of the Phantom Thieves, so it's only fair I return the favor. And I will be sure to contact everyone if the investigation team makes any odd movements.
That would be helpful.
All right.
Okay, let me review requests first.
Listen up. Really? Listen up.
I wonder if he'll get any lines.
I'm on board. Listen up.
The hell?
Nice. Listen up. That's
Very well.
nice.
Well, of course, Yusuke would know a little bit about her.
Listen up. Nice. Nice. Yep.
Okay, we're finally seeing some A's. I'm trying to think of if there's any social links where, no. We haven't done them yet. What? Well, any like confidants where there's like a wall that we have to cross where we need to head to mementos to resolve it. The only one I can think of, yeah, there aren't any left. Because I don't think Empress has any. So, yeah, let's just go into the palace.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, he's way too standoffish. He didn't even say shit that entire time.
Let's head out. I'm counting on you, Joker.
Yeah, let me just save. It's been 4 hours since I started streaming. You know, I've been thinking about things, and with the other Persona game that came out, Strikers, which used to be called Scrambled, still called Scrambled in Japanese version, that was pretty much the last Persona 5 milking game we're ever gonna get. I don't think this is ever gonna get like another re-release with like a bunch of new content and shit. Yeah, the way things are looking right now, I don't know.
I'll reveal your true form.
Yeah, I'm coming for that booty.
Surprise attack successful. Well, just don't lose. Her skills will work.
Okay, Kogon.
Persona! Enough! Finish it!
Persona! Go down!
Persona! Impressive.
What kind of gun does he use?
My skills exceed yours. Now, Robin.
So yeah, it's under my attention that
It's in your hands.
I'll finish you. Okay.
okay, he just didn't have that much health left. That's too bad.
All right. They were too weak to be a threat.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and this guy, his persona has light and dark abilities. Because, you know, based on the third semester content, obviously you know how his persona is going to be affected by that, but it doesn't seem like his tool set will change all that much, which that has me curious. I guess he's the light and darkness dude, he's the dualistic entity, and I'm basically the Dark Knight, and that's why they have the other girl as sort of the light-based chick.
I'll reveal your true form.
Let's move. I'll use my persona.
Come. Valkyrie. Go down.
Enemies defeated. Red Joker.
All right.
That easy, huh?
Show me your true form.
Big ass wine bottle.
Surprise attack successful. Now just don't lose.
Let's go. There.
Do you see that scared one? Psychokinesis would be perfect now. How's this? Whoa! You got two of them, Queen! Witness my resolve!
Get him.
Not bad, Mona. Don't resist.
Okay, so when it's red, it's like a freebie. Okay.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
Thanks, my G.
Okay.
Do you have a moment?
The effect of...
Okay, well... Yeah, Kasumi, I assume, is just gonna be the light girl. I'm going to be the dark dude, canonically, because I have Arsene and Satan L. And yeah, he's gonna be light and dark dude, so... Yeah, I guess that's how we get our bases covered. I wonder how I'm gonna deal with this dude's thing. Like, did I miss some stuff? I guess I'll check. Find in page. Just is. Mystery stove or Okay, I'm curious about all of this right now. Okay, so that's how justice is gonna play out. I don't fully understand it myself, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so far, again, one of the reasons why I was so reticent about doing a playthrough of Persona 5 Royal is that I didn't think I was going to be 100% interesting as I played through this game, and the truth is that I shouldn't be trying too hard either, because acting like a fucking know-it-all or someone who's so hype about the game, that's really gonna put people off. It's kind of like when you see guys like Totally Not Mark do YouTube video essays on a story arc in an anime, and or someone like Suzy Lu do a Naruto react, and they get really hyped for the content and shit like that, but they act like they understand more of what's going on than they actually do, and it can be a little annoying. I know I like Totally Not Mark, and I like seeing Suzy Lu's Naruto reaction, shit like that, but it's like a couple streams ago when I saw that Royal exclusive content with Kasumi getting her persona, and you know, what's his face? Morgana. He got kind of upset about being called a cat, but he didn't really snap at her immediately, so I mentioned, oh, I guess that's how you know this is new Royal exclusive content, the writing's a little different in that regard. But then later on he does correct her, you know, emotionally about being called a cat. He doesn't like that shit. So at that point I stood corrected. That's kind of how it is right now. I'm sitting down watching this game play out, going through some shit, analyzing things, giving out my opinions, but you know, certain things will like go past me. It's a long ass game. I mean, how long have I been playing this joint?
I should write something.
Almost 80 hours. Realistically, if you factor in all the times I've died and shit and I had to like fuse, 80 hours. It's a long ass game, man. And I've been playing this game realistically for 300 hours when you consider how many times I played it with my pops, when I played it by myself the first time. The Royal version, with all of its new content, actually did good by reducing load times, because if this was vanilla, we'd be in the 90-hour mark by now. We'd be in the 100-hour mark by now. But we're almost at the 80-hour mark this far in. I think that's kind of crazy. Anyways, it's been your boy, Mr. Wonka 7. I'm gonna have to end the stream for now. I got things I should be doing. It's a damn shame that we only got a couple fights so far, but and it was just standard mob fights. But it's not that big of a deal. The social link stuff, the story stuff, it's good enough. I'm just getting the experience of playing a Persona game, and part of that is sifting through large amounts of dialogue. This is a very loquacious series. It's all about people saying shit, listening, giving your input. Dungeon crawling, that's just one piece of the puzzle. Anyways, it's been your boy, Mr. Wonka 7, and suck my dick. See you guys.